Hi, I'm Kim Kleinman. I'm a member of the Contemporary Freudian Society, and I'm here today to interview Paula Ellman, who is a member of the Committee on Women and Psychoanalysis. And I'm interviewing her on behalf of the website editorial board for the International Psychoanalytical Association, the IPA. So I'll have you introduce yourself, and then we could talk a little bit about your committee's upcoming conference.
Thank you, Kim. I'm Paula Ellman. I am a member of the Contemporary Freudian Society, and I am a North America representative to the Committee on Women in Psychoanalysis, which is a committee of the International Psychoanalytical Association. I am also chairing an upcoming conference sponsored by COWAP, the Committee on Women in Psychoanalysis, on March 4th and 5th in Washington, D.C. And I'm chairing a local planning committee of 8 members that represent the 3 local IPA societies.
Okay, thanks. So can you tell us about the themes of the conference, the title of the conference and the themes?
The conference we entitled The Courage to Fight Violence Against Women. The themes of the conference speak to our interest in bringing in a diversity of our representation from geographic areas. We have psychoanalysts from the 3 IPA regions coming to present at the conference, and they are going to be presenting a number of clinical papers. We also have representation of professionals from areas of work that are outside of psychoanalysis addressing this problem of fighting violence against women, doing work in the nonprofit area, working in areas such as femicide, sex trafficking, college campus violence, childhood marriage, familial sexual abuse. And we also are bringing in representation of people that have worked to give expression to this problem through the arts. We have presenters that are discussing art, paintings, sculpture, even pre-Columbian images of women, and we have presenters that are also presenting films, both narrative films, but also documentary films such as The Hunting Ground, where we have 2 of our presenters that are featured in The Hunting Ground, which is a film about fighting college campus violence. We also have presentations from poets and also a drama presentation in this problem area. So we're bringing in a wide array of areas of presenters who want to have an exchange where we as analysts believe we can have much to offer presenters from other areas of work, and they to us likewise.
Thank you. Okay. So I'm interested that you use the word courage in the title of the conference. So what was that decision-making process like? How did you come to use that word in the title? As a planning committee, we decided to use that word because we believe that all of us, psychoanalysts and otherwise, have to generate the courage to do the thinking and work in this area. The courage involves the willingness to loan our minds to listen to traumatic stories. I think that's what we are doing as analysts working in this area, and it's what people that are working in this area are doing every day in their work with fighting violence against women. There is witnessing that's needed to work in this area, and to witness involves the courage for us to endure the pain of listening to voices give expression to the trauma that's been suffered. Because it is in the witnessing, it is in the work that we can do as analysts that can bring representation in the minds that those have been victimized, where what has been unsymbolized can move into symbolization, and what has been suppressed and rejected in the mind can come forward and give expression through understanding. And it is through the understanding that there is the hope to move from places of helplessness and shame to places of courage, of strength and resilience. And that's the courage that's involved to be able to do the kind of transforming work that we're looking to do in this area.
Great, thanks. I know that your own professional interests have been previously focused on masochism, and you've written about it and presented case material in that arena. And I'm wondering, is there a connection between the conference and the work you're doing in this conference and your previous work?
Yes, I think very much so. I had co-edited a book a few years ago called Battling the Life and Death Forces of Sadomasochism, a clinical book with my two colleagues, Nancy Goodman and Harriet Bassages. And in the book, we present clinical cases of instances of masochism and sadomasochism. And some of the ideas that came out of our exploring these cases and presenting discussions of these cases is that there is in instances of trauma and masochism the effort to find mastery through repetition, through the repetition compulsion, and the effort to find mastery through the identification with the aggressor. And I think it is through some of what we've come to understand in our work on this book that I think has developed into my interest to want to move further into work on thinking together on how to work in the particular arena of fighting violence against women, and how to create the opportunity for an exchange of psychoanalysis with those areas of work beyond psychoanalysis, with the hope that we as analysts can use what we know about the psyche to further the work of our colleagues outside of our specific area of training, and where we too can perhaps learn something that we didn't know as we listen to more about their hands-on work in organizational efforts, in travel efforts. We have physicians who have gone on missions to conflict areas to work with victims of genital mutilation. Our hope is to have an exchange that can further the working through of the trauma and the prevention of further trauma in the area of violence against women.
Well, thank you very much for the time to do this interview, and I look forward to attending the conference.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kim, for giving me this opportunity to talk a bit further about this conference.
Okay.